Hello everyone, I am your friendly neighborhood techno wizard. I would like to announce that, this is a show about magic. I'm going to do a show about magic here. Let's get the business out of the way first. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment in the comment section. Tell me what I'm doing right. I actually answered a subscriber's question. And by the way, I'm up to 68 subscribers. Awesome. Thank every one of you. Hope I'm producing good material, which I'm trying to. But anyway, so today's thing is going to be about, if you didn't read the title, let me see, let me get magic. Here we go. Magic. Now, magic in this universe, regardless of your religious affiliation, I personally am Christian, so in this, and somebody got me in a big weird conversation about that one time. I was like, how can you have magic? And I said, well, if I was in a universe where magic did exist, I still believe in God. It's a natural force. It's like electricity. First they thought electricity was magic. No, it's a measurable force. Granted, in Rifts, it is a magical force. It is a physical force. You can actually measure it. You can see it. You can see its reaction. Different laws apply. However, it doesn't harm me any because this is usually allegorical story. As one would put it, Rifts and magic in this story, magic is just a simply form of power. How you wield that power is up to you. A person given a gun who goes out and defends his sheep from the wolves is a good guy. Guy given a gun goes into a bank and holds it up. Bad guy. Magic, gun, same principle, it's power. How you use that determines who you are as an individual. Sorry, that's how life works. You can't be a good person and go rob banks. Robin Hood set aside, there's a whole big thing there I'd have to get into because... All right, so let's go back to this. Yeah, here we go. Now, magic in this game is actually a quantifiable thing. You can see it. Picture below me. That's a ley line. Ley lines travel around the earth. They go all over the place. Wherever they cross, however, that is a nexus. Now, I'm just going to go over principles, belief, and conviction of magic in this segment, and probably number 3, choosing a mystic art. I'll get to the rest later, because that's a whole big other section. All right. Well, there's no magic before the Great Lift. Like I've said, if you watch my thing on the history, magic exploded at a certain point, and magic is controllable by essentially willpower. If you believe it, which it comes to the first step in being able to use magic is belief. That's not knowing, that's belief. I believe there's a God, therefore it is. I see things through that lens. I see good, bad, and evil, and all that kind of stuff. Belief is a key factor. You have to believe the magic works, that it can work for you, that it does work for you, that you are a battery storage of it, which comes in later as you build a character. But magic is a definable force. However, Rogue Scholar, or even Emperor Prospect himself, the big bad guy in the whole thing, they know magic exists. They can't use it. They don't have belief. They don't have belief that they can control it. They don't have... It's also built up over years. So I always tell everybody, with your character, if you're a magical character, or any character, you have been working towards whatever you are right now in the game for years. You're a level 1 character, but what you have to understand is your character plopping into the universe, you spent your time and effort and knowledge base and all your willpower learning what you had to learn to do your job. Whether it be a mechanic, a soldier, power armor pilot, mage, shifter, leyline walker, any of this stuff. You spent your whole time doing that. Thus, belief means it is. Mechanic, I believe I can fix this. Doesn't necessarily work unless he knows he's got the conviction he can believe it. And there is a level there of also just sheer determination in fixing something. But with magic, same kind of thing. I believe I can make magic pigeon. Sends a message to somebody I know. All right, belief. I believe I can do this. Conviction means I can do this. I know how because I've spent years learning. Of course, the scary thing is when somebody spends years at college and is still an idiot, can't fix an idiot, can't fix stupid, but you can dress it up and put a hat on it. All right, but belief is the main thing. Belief is the starting key block of this. Now, if you're playing a character, I want you to understand that. I want you to understand that this is how your character functions. That's how they see the world. That's how they see everything. A knight sees everything through that lens. The old adage is, a hammer sees every problem as a nail. A mage sees everything as a magic problem to be solved. A mechanic sees everything as a mechanical problem. A marine, some of my friends are Marines, just before I preface this, sees everything as something to blow up. God, I love Marines at a certain point. It's like the sheer just go that way and beat the crap out of things. Go! Ooh. Well, that was, semi-unnatural. But, belief, conviction. Belief and conviction go hand in hand in this kind of intertwining of it. Because, yeah, Emperor Prospect believes it. Conviction on using it is a whole other thing. He hates magic. Therefore, he doesn't use it. They also don't have the training. And the training leads into the beliefs and conviction. It's all this kind of, it's all got to work together to make you a mage. You can't just be a rogue scholar and decide one day that you're going to do magic, because I can read Elven, and the skell says if I wave my fingers like this and say Ishkabibble, or Baba Ganoush, or Elofolas, Ephilas, or whatever, and it happens. It doesn't. You lack the conviction. Conviction is something proven over time. Person who has convictions usually holds to a moral standard. That's the kind of thing we're dealing with here, and I want you to understand that. It's not flippant. And I hate when characters get flippant about what they are. Well, I'm just a mage. Okay, your character's not that way. That's part of role playing. It's a big part of it. You've got to kind of understand that your character sees the world one way. This is why I often play a guy that's basically me with superpowers, or basically me with a robot horse. Wilbur down. But anyway, those two things have to come together for it to work. You can't, I have conviction I want to use magic, if you don't have the belief that magic is working, or it doesn't. It's two sides of the same coin. They have to be put together to work, though. Now, the third thing here is kind of where I'll get more into the character classes, or the mage classes, whatever you want to call them. For this, what I will do is right there, choosing a mystic art. This kind of defines your character. When you pick one, there are, and here's the thing. I've seen guys play shifters who are principled, or not principled, but scrupulous and unprincipled. They simply don't use the darker aspects of it. I've seen guys want to play the other side of it, where they're just some mean, nasty guy who enslaves creatures. Like I said, power, magic, anything like that is just that. It's a power, it's an ability, it's what it is. It is a thing, it is an object, it is an ability. The way you use that ability determines good or evil. So don't get bogged down when guys want to play a certain... Because you can actually, Rifters for me are kind of fun to play. And if you play one and you're not the enslaving kind, as a GM, I would naturally have sort of creatures kind of flock to you, but they do it out of their own volition, not out of I am enslaving you with this incantation and Battle of Wills and all that. But you know all that. Essentially, like Shifter Relic Hunter from the Tolkien books. That one seems to be more of a hunter. That's kind of what I like to play him as. But play him how you want. Like I said, the only forms of magic that are kind of inherently evil and will guide a person down the wrong path. Now, I understand Star Wars is behind me, but take this for what it is. Think about it. You've got this, you've got light side, dark side, you can use any one of those. However, doing certain things violates 99% of moral codes of 99% of species. Necromancy, temporal magic. Both of those do tend to go awry. They tend to be darker. Necromancy, because you're dealing with dead things, and nobody likes it when you reanimate grandma and get her to serve you cocktails. Doesn't work that way. That's desecration. And that's wrong under my personal moral beliefs is leave the dead alone. I don't care if they're of my religion or any other religion. I don't desecrate graves or holy places for that matter. It's just a matter of respect for an individual. But necromancy violates all of that. Yeah, let's go dig up somebody, put the bones together, and I'm going to make myself an automaton. It's kind of bad. There's no real... I mean, you might... Unprincipled... I'm going to say that might fit in there. But that's got to be some... of rarest of occasions. Most necromancy you run across are, of course, living on a bone-covered throne that they turned into themselves, and they, they've got minions, and they've got undead walking all over the place, that kind of thing. So, temporal magic, on the other hand, literally they state this stuff drives you crazy. Temporal magic is really bad. Now, when I get into that one, the temporal wizards are inevitably evil because of the things you have to do to become one, or at least that path down it. As you know. And there's a lot of different other forms of magic. There's those scary classes. There's different forms of magic. Like cloud magic seems to be, for the most part, beneficent. There's, like I said, all of these are simply given a weapon or given power, and how you use it is up to you. That's how you deal with magic. Like I said, in this thing, your character has the belief and the conviction, and that's what makes the magic work for them. If you don't have those, like your rogue scholar, yeah, you could probably read a scroll and have it go off. Whether that works or not is another thing. It's not going to. You don't have the ability to... How do I put it? It's like that guy who can, juggle things. He believes he can juggle. He's got the conviction of belonging, so he can. I don't have the ability to juggle. I haven't spent years trying to learn. It's a skill I don't possess. But I can look at it and try it. However, magic requires more, especially in Rifts, because it is a dividing line in culture in Rifts. And, yeah, well, like I said, this is going to get going over magic. I have to say this, you do need belief and conviction. That's the big part of it. And with that, I'll end it. I'm going to go on to the next phase next. But like, share, subscribe. Yeah, let's grow the channel. I've got 68 people now, subscribers. I thank God for every one of you. And, ask me questions, by the way. I did answer one guy's question about 10 uses for Mystic Pigeon or Magic Pigeon. I only got to 5 because, it's essentially sending dirty emails. Only so much you can get away with in an email. So, but anyway, if you've got any ideas, let me know in the comments section. Please like, share, subscribe on Rumble, which is where I like to be, still on YouTube. I've got a whole bunch of social media websites. Go check them out. See what you got. They're growing. Anyway, like I've said, I've worked with a Fergal. I do know Chad the Man.